All right, let's go. We got new blood in here tonight. Or maybe new blood. He wasn't new blood. He's actually old blood. Welcome back, Tony. Tiger Picks. Welcome back, Tony. And Brendan's with me here, too. Mike will be along shortly, so Tony can give him some shit when he gets in here. Oh, I'm counting on you, bro.
That's all Tony tonight.
I got us.
There he is.
Speaking of
the devil. Oh, man, you're getting ready to get ripped by this guy right below you. Oh,
I got 602 over here.
All right.
That's why it's last-minute betting, right?
Last-minute betting. Last minute showing up. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors. Let me talk to you about BetBucket. That's where our pick's at. Me, Mike, and Tony. I'll tell you what. Look, for $150, all right, and we're going to give you $25 off. That's 25. You get our golf picks, the golf gurus, which are up 16.6 units for the year. You get our daily picks, and you get our majestic morsels, all in that package. You pay $125 the first month. We hit a dozen parlays so far this year. So get in there, and if you're too tight to do that, if you're a tight ass, get into majestic morsels. You get it for $10 this month. I know I'm being a jerk, right? Is that what you're saying, Mike?
No,
you agree with me?
Get in the morsels, man.
Yeah, get your fucking ass in there right now. That's what we're saying. All right.
Player props, anytime touchdowns in there, and
and parlays. So there you go. Let me get to the end here, and we'll be done. There we go. All right, Tony's back, Mike.
He is back.
Where the hell's he been?
He's a busy man.
I think
if we did midnight betting, I could do it every night. But I mean, this time slot just doesn't work for me a lot. But we'll try to make it work more often.
Yeah, we'd like to see you more often. And Brendan's here. Brendan meets Tony for the first time. Well-spoken man to your right there, Tony. He knows his shit. His only problem is he's a Cleveland Browns fan.
Oh, yeah, no, I still tune in when I can. So I've seen Brendan on the show, and Brendan seems like a good guy. So we'll get some good talk going today.
Yeah, let's get it going. Let's talk about what's going on tonight. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. PhD is here. What's up? Tristan is here. Once again, got to shout out to PhD, Tristan, and Mr. Heat in the Sports Nuts Discord. They've really done a bang-up job. Who we on tonight, guys? I know that we picked Tampa Bay in our parlay yesterday, Mike, but, I was wanting to lean towards Atlanta. You guys kind of talked me out of it. I know Mike's on Tampa Bay. Who you on, Brendan? Who you on, Tony?
I like Tampa Bay myself, and I don't know if I'm favoring them because of the Browns fan in me, just rooting for Baker Mayfield. Wish we never got rid of him. Hated how that happened, but I'm on Tampa Bay tonight.
He would have never been what he is now in Cleveland because you don't have Mike Evans.
Yeah, well, we don't have anyone in Cleveland. So, I mean, we don't have the coaching staff. We don't have the line. We don't have nothing for the guy. So it was good for him to get out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Tony, you on Tampa or you on the Falcons?
This is actually one of the tougher games that I've picked in a while. And I like Tampa as well. But the line has kind of surprised me today. I mean, I do picks with my buddies that I went to college with a while ago, and we do the spread every week. And I send it out usually first thing in the morning, and it was Atlanta 1.5 when I sent it out this morning, and now it's 2.5 everywhere. Right. And that concerns me a bit. I wonder if it's the Kirk Cousins effect or the home field effect, but I know there were different players playing for Philly when both teams played them, but I mean, we saw Kirk Cousins go down and beat him by 1 point, but I mean, the Bucs just smacked them last week by, I think it was 17 points. And I think it'd be a big road message if the Bucs can go into Atlanta tonight and win that game. So I actually do like the Bucs. in a real close game, but I'm not too sure about it. So I put them plus 3.5 in another parlay just to be safe. So I posted that on X this morning. I did a Bucks plus 3.5 and a Brewers plus 1.5 parlay that came out to about plus 122.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah, not terrible because both teams could still lose and we still cash. But right. I will take the Bucks on the money line if you're putting a gun to my head and asking me.
Okay. Well, I don't have a gun, so you're fine.
Well, you might need one.
I was going to say.
Before the night's over with.
I think we're all in agreement with that. I mean, I just look at Tampa Bay, some impressive wins to start this season. This is a big opportunity for them to put some distance on themselves in that division. You've done all this work beating Philadelphia. Beating Detroit, beating Washington. Yeah, you had the letdown against Denver, but, this is a big opportunity if you're Tampa Bay. And you went into Detroit and won. Why not go into Atlanta and beat a division rival, create some separation? And I think that Tampa Bay's the play. I love taking the points, though.
Yeah, I do too. So let me get to a couple things. I think one of the reasons that this game is so important for Atlanta or for Tampa Bay is because don't the Saints play the Chiefs this weekend?
Saints and the Chiefs this weekend.
Yep. Monday night, right?
Right. Monday night. So a win by Tampa, I'm thinking the Chiefs win that game. That could really put some distance. All right, NFC North news on X. I retweeted this today, guys.
It was fake.
Huh? It was
I commented on it. It's a fake page.
Did I get suckered?
You gotta be careful.
Their bio says they're a satire page.
Well, I got to tell you something. He's going somewhere. And the Detroit Lions would be the perfect place for him.
Yeah, they're not trading him for Hendon Hooker, though.
Oh, no. They're going to get
like that post said.
I didn't read the whole thing. I think that what?
Just saw the picture and got excited.
Yeah, he's too easy, man.
It said Max Crosby and Devontae Adams for Hendon Hooker.
I knew Crosby wouldn't go nowhere, but I think Adams, that Detroit's a possible destination. Why are you shaking no?
I don't think so. It's the Jets, man. They've already talked before, right? Like there's no way the Jets don't do something here.
Yeah, I feel like I said in the preseason one of the shows that I thought the Jets had a chance in midseason to trade for Devontae Adams, and here it is. Coming to fruition. So that's definitely where I'm still favoring. I feel like I said it again about a month and a half, 2 months ago. I'm holding on tight.
Okay. And I'm guessing you agree, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they would trade him in division, but I think a team like the Chiefs would have to go at him hard after their wide receiver injuries. I mean, that combination between Mahomes and Adams would be just unstoppable, but I think the Jets is obviously the most realistic answer there.
Okay. And I'm now deleting that post so you guys.
Well, listen, if a team could steal Devontae Adams from what I've seen recently in the last few days, it'd be the Chiefs. I think they know how to do that pretty well in the locker room.
I don't want to be made fun of. I just want to point that out. Okay.
I already commented on it about 2 hours ago. It's been sitting up there for a while.
It's all gone.
Man, you done got, man.
I got. Almost.
Someone screenshot it before he takes it down.
It's already done. Game of Thrones. Wide receivers coach for. Oh, yeah, that's the other one. PhD was talking about this yesterday. Now, look at this. The wide receivers coach for New Orleans was the wide receivers coach for Fresno State that recruited Devontae Adams. Plus, Derek Carr used to throw the ball to Devontae Adams. Why not the Saints?
Sure.
It's true. I haven't put much thought into them. The wide receiver coach probably doesn't have much say in the capital that's going to be going out to get Devontae Adams. But these last 2 weeks, the Saints have started slipping. That Rashid Shaheed, started the season really hot. He's kind of seemed to get his number called, and Derek Carr hasn't really looked too good these last 2 weeks, how he did the first 2 weeks.
Right.
So I mean, they definitely need to shake something up there in New Orleans if they want to keep the wins going.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I don't want to see him go to the Jets.
I mean, I think if Devontae Adams has, I mean, he wants to go to New York. He wants.
I don't want him to go there because
he already tried it with Derek Carr with the Raiders. We could say,
but
it didn't work out.
Justin,
now he's stuck there.
Justin's liking
you don't want to do that.
My whole thinking here, Justin likes the Jets, and and he's a big Aaron Rodgers fan, and I don't want Aaron Rodgers to get any advantage, so I can make fun of him.
Well, Devontae Adams likes him a lot too. So
and occasionally put up my Brett Favre picture. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Hey. I mean, what else can I do? I got to give somebody some crap. Baseball tonight. Milwaukee hosting the Mets. Does Milwaukee take care of business tonight, guys?
Well, we know where we're leaning towards. We've got a VIP pick on them for those that want to know truthfully where we're standing. We got a VIP pick in that game here tonight.
Okay.
Well,
we'll ask Brendan then.
I feel crazy for taking both the underdogs, but I really like the Mets for some reason tonight. I mean, Milwaukee's been hitting the ball good, but I feel like the only person not on the Mets that's been hitting throughout the series is Lindor. If they can get his back going, I really feel like New York's got a shot to close it out and take game 3 over Milwaukee.
So if the Mets do win, that will be let's see, I got to think here now. 14 out of 16. 17 out of the 19 teams since we've gone to this wild card 3-game playoff. 17 of the 19 winners won the first game of the series. This would make it 18 out of 20. Surprisingly, the Kansas City Royals, Tony, who I know you have a future on, they decimated the Baltimore Orioles bats. Just decimated them. I did not see that coming. Gunnar Henderson, Mike, your boy, he's great. 0 for 7.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, what do you guys say about your Royals?
Yeah, I mean, I just liked their matchups. I mean, I think their starting pitching, once Reagans could get by Burns, I mean, both of them just pitched a gem the other day.
Oh, yeah, they did.
But I liked Lugo over Eflin in game 2 as well. I mean, we cashed on that. First 5, that was a little sweaty there at the end when they tied it up in the bottom of the 5th, but that's why we always take the +0.5. But I mean, just the pitching overall, I think they've got the leadership in Perez. I think they've got the stud in Bobby Witt. I think they've got the manager that just knows how to press the right buttons at the right times with their bullpen. I mean, they lost 106 games last year and went and spent a couple $100 million on free agents because they knew that if they could put the right people together at the right time, they might be able to do something. And I just think that there's no real favorite this year in baseball. I mean, I don't think the Dodgers are that great, and they're of course at the top of the odds screen for World Series. And when I saw the Royals sitting there as the lowest odds, them and the Tigers were both at +3,000 to start the playoffs. I threw some money on the Royals, and I just thought, why not them? Because I think they could get by the Yankees as well. Maybe not in game 1 with Cole against Walker, but in a 5-game series, they could be a little frisky there. I mean, they even bunt. No teams bunt anymore.
Right. Okay. Well, let's talk to a Yankees fan over here to your right, because Brendan, Tony's got the Royals winning the World Series, and I know you say that Garrett Cole has been better, but he's not pitching like the Garrett Cole of the past. And in order to get past this team, he needs to be dominant. And remember one thing. Salvador Perez, you were talking about his leadership, Tony. When they won the World Series the last time, he was the MVP.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think you say it. I mean, Cole's definitely not pitching the Garrett Cole that we all know. And, as Tony mentioned with the Royals, I mean, they're getting hot at the right time. They're moving good. They're playing well. They look like a great team together. You got all the way from top to bottom. It seems like they're all just meshing really well. So it's definitely a scary team. And as a Yankees fan, I hate to see that we're playing them in the upcoming series here. But yeah, they look really good. I don't have any money on my Yankees. I'll just say that.
Are you nervous?
Here's my concern. Here's my only concern. This is the same. I mean, they had a 7-game losing streak in September. They have been struggling to score runs. They cannot win 1-0 and 2-1 against the Yankees. That's not going to happen. You're not going to shut them down like that, like you did Baltimore. The Yankees are going to get some runs. The Royals got to figure something out offensively because this didn't just start happening. They've struggled to score runs. Kansas City has.
I'm hoping the buys help New York more than hurt them, but you know how that can be sometimes. I mean, coming out of All-Star breaks even every now and then, you got batters that are hot, and if they didn't play in the game, they start to slump right away. So, I'm with you. You definitely got to make sure the Yankees hitters are hot, but if they're not,
And it got interesting. If it wouldn't have been for the Twins collapsing too, that 7-game losing streak for Kansas City could have killed them. Not many teams survive a 7-game losing streak in September and make it into the playoffs. But the flip side of that is, they've already hit their slump. Now they're out of it.
Yeah, I'm a realist, guys. I know that I'm talking up the Royals because I have a future on them. But if the Yankees bats are hitting and if their starting pitching's on point, they're obviously the better team. Sure. I mean, in the Aaron Judge era, this has to be the easiest path when you look at it to get to the World Series. I mean, you get by a Royals team that, like you said, they weren't that great at the end of the year. I mean, they're clicking right now, and I took them for the value. But then if you get by the Royals in a few games, you face a Cleveland team who obviously, if you can get by them, but I mean, even the Tigers could beat Cleveland just because they know them so well.
Let's not give up on the Tigers.
That's what I'm saying. So, but if you look at it, obviously, I mean, on the odds board, it's the Yankees and the field. But I mean, I just like the way that these Royals are playing. And I mean, I'm just going to keep riding that futures ticket and talking them up.
Oh, absolutely.
As you should.
At that value. And the good thing is, like
I've already got a positive cash out of almost 50% more than I put down. And the odds have already cut more than half in 2 days.
Yeah.
So,
wow. Cool.
We'll see how that goes if they can win a game or two against New York.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely. I mean, the Yankees have had their struggles in the playoffs. We know that. If the Royals bats can get going, which can happen, we see that happen. A team all of a sudden catches fire. They do have the players to get something going. If they can put some pressure on the Yankees could fold. It's very, very possible. I mean, like I said, we're talking about the Yankees here, guys. They have been nothing but a disappointment in the playoffs.
Tristan's shaking in his boots because his Dodgers got to face the Padres. And I'm telling you right now, Fernando Tatis Jr. is on fire, and he's the kind of guy. And plus, you got to remember, they got Xander Bogaerts and Machado, too. Manny Machado.
Jackson Merrill. I mean, Bogaerts is a shell of what he was. But,
that's true, too.
It's a good defensive guy to have. He's an okay bat. But, yeah, Jackson Merrill, Machado, and Tatis. Whew.
Mr. Boston down there knows about Bogaerts.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Padres are just like the Royals. I mean, they got so many free agents and they put all their money into it and they're going for it all. I mean, Luis Ariz won another batting crown and he's just going to get on base and let one of the other guys hit him in. And like you said, Jackson Merrill, I mean, if Paul Skeens didn't have the best rookie pitching season of all time, I mean, he's a no-brainer for rookie of the year. I mean, 20 home runs, 80 plus RBIs, and he was just hitting piss missiles all over the field yesterday in the game. So, I mean, these guys are great. And I think the Padres might be a better team than the Dodgers this year. So if you could find me the best odds on the Padres series, I might put that down as a futures bet.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, here's my connection. I'm rooting for Mike Schilt to win it all, because if he does, then John Mozeliak, who's still got his job in St. Louis, that will be a tough pill for that prick to swallow. Oop.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Mike Schilt's done a good job with that team.
Or you could reverse those two words if you want.
Good thing it's your show. You can say whatever the hell you want, right?
Exactly. Well, Mike, he gets on my ass if I say too many wrong things. I have to watch it. You got to remember, I'm an older generation, and People can misconstrue what I said.
Oh yeah.
We won't have to put the parental advisory sticker on the video.
There's that old excuse. I'm old. It's okay if I say something. No.
I got to get my mustache trimmed up. That's the thing I'm worried about right now. Most important thing in my life.
This is the worst case scenario
for you.
This sucks for the Dodgers. The last team you wanted to see is the Padres. So I'm sorry, Kristen. You could be packing up early.
Yeah. What do you think, Brendan?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Padres are good. I have watched Michael King and Kyle Higashioka in New York for 3 seasons kind of just be these average players. As soon as they go out to San Diego, it's like, oh, holy cow, here are the all-stars in them. So, San Diego is definitely clicking. They put those pieces together in free agency, but they found a lot of value players. And like 2 guys that I just named there where they're not forking out hundreds of $1,000s. They got their big names, as we mentioned, with Tatis and Machado, but they just look good as a team. I would be scared if I was the Dodgers too. Always favorited to win, and always seems like they're the ones that are kind of just letdowns.
Well, I got to tell you, I think Mike Shildt learned his lesson from being in St. Louis because he screwed up the Randy Arozarena situation. He didn't play the kid, okay? And from day one, and I remember on this show, Mike, talking to you, saying, can you believe the Padres are starting Jackson Merrill, a rookie, in center field, which doesn't happen very often, guys. Not very often that a rookie center fielder, because that's the guy who's in charge of the outfield, right? He's the quarterback out there, right? Director of traffic, whatever you want to call him. I was surprised. That means that Mike Shildt learned a lesson from Randy Arozarena, who wound up in Tampa Bay, and look what he did. So I'm rooting for the Padres. Go ahead, Tony. You got something to say?
Well, yeah, that's what I love about baseball now is all these young players are coming up a lot sooner than they were. I mean, last year, Evan Carter was a center fielder for the World Series champion Texas Rangers, and he was a rookie. And then they brought up Wyatt Langford this year, who won SEC Player of the Year last year at Florida and made a huge run in the College World Series. And you see a guy like Paul Skeens, who won the College World Series last year, and Dylan Cruz, who was on the same team. I mean, picks 1, 2, and 3 in the MLB draft last year, all debuted this year. Which I think is the first time that's ever happened. So, I mean, that's going to help grow the game for sure. Because, I mean, you're seeing all these young guys. You're not having to wait 4 or 5 years for a guy like Jackson Merrill, who would have never made it in the 90s or 2000s until he was about 23 or 24. You never really saw guys like that when I was growing up, 20-year-olds. But now look at a guy like Jackson Chourio, who's 20 years old. He hit 2 home runs to the opposite field last night. So, I mean, just unbelievable getting to see all this young talent in the majors earlier than we used to, which is awesome.
Yeah, good call on Chourio by you and Tristan there. No 2 ways about it. Tomorrow night is the opening of, thank you, the NHL season. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah. It will be New Jersey and Buffalo in the Czech Republic.
Oh, that's right. And then the real opening night's the 8th.
Yes. They do. They play. Yes. They have back to Friday and Saturday. The same. Yes. Forgot they do that now. They did that. Haven't they done that the last couple of years?
Yeah, I'm excited. about this.
You got New Jersey and Buffalo playing, which is a regular season game, but then you got about 7 other games that are preseason games. But yeah,
you guys got
hockey.
You guys got to pick who's winning the cup this year, or have you even thought about it?
I think in one of my crazy parlays, I have Florida going at it again with the Panthers, but that parlay might come to an end soon. I just really started picking up hockey over these last couple of years, and the team that I chose to root for is the Vancouver Canucks. So
go
right. Nucks.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, this one's interesting.
We love Vancouver. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
There's a couple of teams I'm looking at, and that's in the Western Conference because I just feel like the Stanley Cup winners coming out of the West this year. I know Florida got it last year, but this year, I mean, you've got Edmonton that's still in the mix. Dallas and Colorado, man, I'm just going to go to one of them 2 teams and say, look out. I mean, they've got the experience. They've won a recent cup in Colorado. As long as McCarr does not get hurt, Dallas is still a team that I think you have to look out for. I've got to go with one of those two teams.
Okay, and P.O. says Bruins.
Let's go, P.O.
I mean, it's crazy to me. Look, I know there's a lot of people on New Jersey. I know Randall said he likes New Jersey. I've seen a couple other people. You got a hard time selling me on the idea that New Jersey should be the same price as the Colorado Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup. How?
Well, I was actually just going to bring them up. I mean, I'm looking at the odds right now, and it's Edmonton and Florida at 1 and 2. And I'm going to skip over both of them. But then the next 4 would be the 4 that I would put a futures on. And that is New Jersey, Dallas, Colorado, and Carolina. And that's 2 in both conferences. I think New Jersey and Carolina are both right on the cusp of making it. I think Carolina has blown it the last couple of years. I've actually picked them. I've had a few futures on them the last few years. But I do like New Jersey as a good young team. I know what you're saying about their odds there, but I would put them right around there, right around Carolina and the Rangers, I guess. But yeah, give me those 2 in each conference. Give me Jersey and Carolina, and give me Dallas and Colorado.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure. Yeah, well, and I don't mind doing that. I don't mind hitting New Jersey, and the rain. I don't know. I'm kind of tempting on the Rangers too. I've gotten off of Carolina.
Guys are forgetting a team. Come on.
What?
How can you forget the Nashville Predators, guys?
I know.
I mean, they went out and got Stamkos.
I know.
You got Roman Yossi. I mean, they've gone after it. Okay.
They've got to play in the same division with Dallas and Colorado, though, man. That's what sucks for them. That division is loaded.
That's PhD's team. Predators, let's go. Yeah. To catch a predator.
Where's Chris Hansen at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, well, yep. I don't know,
There's
man.
our OddsJam hockey preview right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's our hockey preview right there, which, by the way, we are going to put out a BetBucket video one of these days. Trust me, we will. Let's see what else we got going on here tonight. Oh, let's not forget WNBA, okay? You got New York up 2-0. That's Mike's pick to win it all in the WNBA. Minnesota and Connecticut are tied 1-1. They resume their series tomorrow night. Minnesota's my team. 4 best teams in the WNBA playing. I love the brand of basketball and the intensity. It has been fun watching WNBA playoffs, so much so that I watched that over NFL half of the day on Sunday. So there you go.
I'm riding New York with Mike.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, whether they get it done tonight, we'll see. I mean, they've got to
tomorrow. Yep.
Or tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow night, they've got a stranglehold on that series now. I mean, it's going back to Vegas. Asia Wilson's going to ball. She's not going to go out easy. Maybe Vegas gets a game. I don't know. But, yeah, New York Liberty, they've been on the brink how many years? Like, they can't get over the hump. It's their time. It's their time.
Everybody's healthy. Yeah, they're the best team in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to see them play Minnesota.
I mean, hell of a run by the Aces. You win back-to-back titles. That's pretty good. But
yeah. Agree. When does NBA preseason start, guys?
Tomorrow.
Got to be about in a week or so because the season starts in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, right? T-Wolves, Lakers, Celtics, Nuggets.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Cool.
Yep, tomorrow. Hell yeah.
Cool. Do you guys bet any preseason basketball?
Sure. Give me Celtics +3, baby. Let's go.
About to go jump all over that.
Let's go tomorrow at noon. Clear the calendars.
Everything's Boston with this guy.
Yeah.
He's got Tom Brady's face embedded on his toilet paper.
No, just the 6 rings.
Oh gosh. It's terrible. By the way, let's talk about Tom Brady. He's pretty damn boring as an analyst. Get him the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I honestly just watch NFL Red Zone really if the Patriots aren't playing, so I only catch what those few times that he's on, but he's getting paid the big bucks pretty much for his name. I'm sure he'll get better at it.
Okay. Like Tony Romo has?
I think Tony Romo's gotten worse. I think he started off great. I think Tony Romo was one of the best color guys in the game in the first few years, and now he's just unbearable.
Yeah, well,
I can't stand hearing his voice, Tony Romo. I mean, I'd rather watch the game on mute than listen to him commentate.
Now, are you sleeping on KBO, Tony?
I catch it every once in a while. I mean, obviously, I'm just on OddsJam and I'm on the positive EV screen, and I'm usually looking at lines and line movement. I'm not staying up and streaming the games at 2 and 5 in the morning usually. But I do see some KBO plays and NPB plays that I jump on. But I was way more into it last year, to be honest with you. I kind of fell off this year a bit.
Yeah, Tristan's been on it, man. He's been posting some late KBO plays in the Discord.
I see them. Yeah, I catch them every once in a while. I respect that, Tristan.
Yeah.
I do.
He's hot on them, man. That's his sport.
KBO's cool, man. If you've watched it, it's pretty cool atmosphere, really.
Oh, yeah,
for a baseball game. I mean, they're loud and chanting and into. I mean, it's.
I was watching it religiously during the pandemic when it was the only thing going. I mean, I think we were all Dinos fans back in 2020. But I mean, yeah, now it's just catching that value early. I mean, those plays are usually coming out around, I would say 6 or 7 p.m. for the 5 a.m. starts. So you can still catch some good value the night before and wake and cash, like Tristan likes to call it.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Hey, I got nothing left tonight. I think we've had a good show. I don't know. Tampa Bay tonight, guys. That's what we're saying. That's what we're going with. So let's do it. All right. Good show. Lots of fun. Tony, glad to have you come back. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. You know, you're on a different level than us now, and you know, we look up to you.
Midnight betting. If you guys want to start it, I'm all in.
Might have to get 1 or 2 streams going.
Yeah, there you go. Midnight Munchies. Remember that, Tony? Midnight Munchies.
That's why I started that, because I knew that was going to be my most available time. Yeah. And then I had 2 kids, and now I'm not available then either.
Well, if it's on a Saturday night, I might have Midnight Munchies. I mean,
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? All right. See ya.